Alright, so opponent's on Mutavault, which would usually indicate Merfolk. It didn't lead with a Vial. Actually, I have no idea what they are. It could be anything. Typically, Merfolk, you'd want to lead with Island. I think that I want to just start with the Gravecrawler. Next turn I can Sculler, and the turn after that I could Oath. Is this a Bant Eldrazi deck, maybe? Or they just run Mutavault? Definitely willing to make this trade. I'm sure the opponent is not. I hope the opponent plays Displacer next turn so we can Oath of Liliana, have them kill it, sack it. What you got? Show me. Ooh. Spirits. Looks like Bant Spirits. Steal the Godhead, Geist of St. Traft, Queller, Captain. So opponent will probably Phantasmal Image my Sculler and put, I don't know, one of my cards under it. Do we want to let them do that? They don't have any white mana yet. If they do get white mana, they can leave up Queller. But then we just Inquisition, they Queller the Inquisition, we Path, we cast the... Yes, I think that's fine. We just take the image and leave them with Queller, Captain, Geist, Steel. So if you don't draw a white land, then you just get Oathed. Okay, so they did get the white land. Yep, 15. What else you got? I guess they're gonna bank on Sculler. So they have Sculler, Rattle Chains, I think. So they have Sculler, Geist, Steel, Queller. Or I mean, Spell Queller, Geist, Steal the Godhead. So if they attack and they play Queller, that's good for us. If we play Oath, they're definitely going to Queller. What we can't let them do is untap and play Drogskull Captain to protect the Queller. So we can't just play Oath here, they Queller it, and then untap and Captain, because then we're kind of in a difficult spot. We can Inquisition, they would Queller it, we would Path the Queller, and the Inquisition would resolve, we would take their either their Geist or their Drogskull, probably Drogskull. I guess that's fine. And we have to do it now, we can't let them untap because they're Drug has flash. So we have to give them an untapped land, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think we care too much about Geist of Saint Draft because we have 2 sacrifice effects. The Drug Skull Captain, I think, is more important of the 2. They're not going to have time. To get the Steal the Godhead online. Actually, on second thought, maybe they will, because they have the extra land now. They can activate Mutavault and sack the Mutavault. So if they play Geist, then we have them sack. They'll sack a, I guess, Rattle Chains. Then they'll play Steal the Godhead, and we'll have them sack, and they'll sack Mutavault. So I guess we can't really let them have that. So it's either Steal or Geist. They play Drug Skull. I guess we take Geist. I'll let you have your Drug Skull Captain. If he draws an untapped land here, you can attack for 6, which is pretty good. Kind of behind right now. Drawing that Adarkar Waste was pretty strong. And this creature has flash because of the Rattle Chains, so there's no sense casting it yet. Glittering Wish. That is not what I expected. Getting another Geist. Okay. I will sack this. I hope you activate Mutavault and block. Yes. Sack your Rattle Chains. Now you don't have a good creature to sacrifice to the Liliana. Green for Noble. Okay. What are you gonna Phantasmal Image? Gravecrawler? Noble? Alright, so you have 2 Nobles. You have a Geist in hand and a Steal the Godhead. That is also a pretty good draw. So I'd like to attack with Mutavault and Gravecrawler here. Put the opponent at 2. But I really want to cast this Liliana. So I think I'm going to Inquisition and then Liliana. Just attack with this guy. take your Geist of Saint Draft. So you have Drog, Skull, Steel. Yeah, you make you sack a creature because I'm going to get a zombie on the end step from Oath. So the zombie can block the Noble Hierarch if it tries to attack Liliana to death. So now we're in a good spot. We have 3 attackers, 2 of which get through. It's lethal. So the opponent would have to play Drog Skull here. Yep, so now they can activate Mutavault and block. But they have to block 2 creatures to stay alive, which means both their creatures are dying. They're just going to have a Steal the Godhead in hand. And actually, we're going to make them discard that. I think that's more important than having a Blood Scrivener. A second one, I mean. So they block Mutavault and Zombie Token. Leave us with Gravecrawler. And I am going to activate Liliana because I want to be able to have him sack the Noble next turn. And it's probably just lethal. Yep, it's game. Alright, so Spell Bomb, no thanks. Forge Tender, nope. Stony, I'll pass. Lingering Souls, that sounds pretty good against Flying Spirits. Thoughtseize, maybe. So they have some hexproof creatures, which makes Liliana good. Sorin, I could definitely see getting into a race, so Sorin sounds good. If they get a Drog Skull Captain down and make all the creatures untargetable, some of this removal is not going to be great. Path and Dark Salvation. Dark Salvation's at least going to hit a Noble Hierarch. I guess they have Quellers too. I really want Path for Queller. That's a tight position. We could just trim some things. I probably want Thoughtseize over Sculler so that they can't copy it, use it against us. Let's try this. Well, could Inquisition them, Gravecrawl, Gravecrawl. I think I mulligan. Could do better. Yeah, this hand looks better. Bottom. don't think we need to Thoughtseize yet. So I'll just Grave Crawl. Get that clock going. Set up for this Dark Salvation. If we can draw a land, we could give something -3/-3 on the third turn. Probably going to Rattle Chain us on the end step. So we will set this other thing up. I'm going to get Godless Shrine in case we draw Liliana. Unless they have a counterspell. Nope, just Rattle Chains. Path, Steel, Temple Garden, Collected Company. Well, you're just going to path my Sculler no matter what I take. So, I guess we'll just take the Company, force you to path it. Then again, we want to Thoughtseize the Company next turn. Because if they leave, let's see if we put path under it. Yeah. So we want to Thoughtseize the Company, so we're going to take a path. I'm trying. I don't know why it's not letting me click it. There we go. Got it. I seem to be lagging. Take 3. Played the Temple Garden untapped. So they path this guy on my upkeep. That's smart. So then my land is tapped. Get their Path to Exile back. They can cast it on another thing. Let's see, we will attack. We don't want to let them Collected Company, so we're going to cast the Thoughtseize. So they have Path and Steel. Now we could just kill the Rattle Chains here. Actually we couldn't, it would Path the Gravecrawler in response. Never mind. It's okay, we'll take 3, go to 8. Sweet. That's what I wanted to happen. I would rather have a land than a Gravecrawler at this point. We get attacked for 3, down to 8. We know about Steel the Godhead, we don't know what the other one is. I think we're going to Dark Salvation, the Rattle Chains, so we're going to lead with Inquisition. See what else. We know that at least there's a Steel. I hope the other one isn't Collected Company. Alright, Spell Queller, that was the one the second one I wanted least. Because now they're going to untap and steal the Godhead, the Queller, attack for 5 with it. We could hit Noble Hierarch. I think we have to hit this guy. Yeah, things are looking rough now. We were in a good spot. Pretty sure it's Steel on the Queller, drain for 5. Then we have to basically play Sorin and make a chump block. Wait, it's going to make it unblockable too. We have to draw a point removal spell like Path to Exile for that Queller. Jeez. Lifelink can't be blocked. And we did not do it. Well, we could Sorin plus attack, that's 6 damage, so we're not dead next turn. They might just have to attack Sorin, because they don't have to. But it's something they might do. Which would give us yet another turn. Deploy these Scriveners. Phantasmal Image. Okay, so that copies Noble Hierarch. And then they attack for 6, and that's lethal. Yep, good game. Yeah, weren't getting there. Alright, let's see. Maybe bring that path back in. I really want Answers to Collected Company, though, so I'm hesitant to cut these Thoughtseizes. Because on the play, Dark Salvation seems pretty good. I guess having the opponent sacrifice Noble Hierarch is maybe not what we want to do. So maybe just cut all these. Let's play this game instead. Yeah, let's try that. Just use Thoughtseize and actual removal spells. They only have Geist as like the real hexproof creature in their deck. Drogskull Captain just gives like pseudo hexproof. Alright, turn 1 Gravecrawler, turn 2 nothing, turn 3 Lingering Souls. It's not super impressive. Don't really have any disruption. The following turn, we would go turn 4, activate Mutavault, attack for 6, flashback Souls. Next turn, attack for 8. I guess it is a decent amount of pressure. Gravecrawl. this is one of those hands where we don't have the disruption, but we have a lot of live draws. I mean, like pretty much any card in our deck is going to add to what we're trying to do, other than a land. So we're a little land heavy, but we have a Mutavault as one of our lands. I mean, I guess if the opponent just comes out of the gates, like Noble into Geist of Saint Traft into like Steal the Godhead or Collected Company or something, then they're probably just going to run us over. But unless they have that type of draw, I think we're probably in reasonable shape. And it looks like we're lagging again. Okay. It's a reasonable card to draw there. I'm going to go with Godless Shrine because we're not going to be attacking with Mutavault next turn. We're going to play Lingering Souls. So we could play the Mutavault next turn because we only want to attack with it on turn 4. We might not even attack with it on turn 4. Probably will, because I think we're still going to want to flash back the Lingering Souls on turn 4. They played their Fountain tapped. Otherwise, I would suspect they're on Spell Queller. So this probably just means Rattle Chains. More lag. They could have counterspells, but Lingering Souls is a card that we're not unhappy getting countered. Now just Rattle Chains. Lingering Souls is the perfect card to have against Rattle Chains, that's for sure. Rattle Chains definitely feels outclassed in the face of Lingering Souls. I mean, I guess if the opponent attacks here, we just take 3 because of the Noble Hierarch. But we're basically relying on Sorin to win us this race. So we'd like to set up the illusion of a race. So the opponent's like, all right, attack for 3, down to 17. Opponent attacks me back for 4, puts me to 12. And then like I collected company. Opponent's not even having any of that. They're just like, whatever. Forget that. Okay, so here, opponent's probably going to cast Collected Company, but all of our creatures are pretty expendable. So we're just going to attack with all these guys. I mean, Geist of Saint Traft is not a good blocker. Queller is a good blocker here. Just a Queller, okay. So they eat a Spirit. Take 3, down to 13. Now flashback. And then I'll play Blood Scrivener. And then I pass. Now if the opponent tries to go like Drogskull Captain, set up some big attack, then we'll just wreck them with Sorin. I suspect that won't be the case. They'll probably try to play defense because they're 7 points behind in the life race, and we have more creatures. We're representing potentially 6 attackers on our turn. So I can't imagine the opponent's going to try to engage in a race. But if they do attack with anyone, or leave the guard down, Zoran is just going to take over the game. If the opponent leaves all their mana up and just passes, we're going to assume it's Collected Company and or Spell Queller, in which case, if we draw a land on our turn, we're really going to have to think about whether we want to cast Sorin. Because one of the ways that we could lose this game is if we just basically give the opponent a chance to counter our Sorin, and so we don't get the value out of it. And then we just flood out, maybe draw some irrelevant discard spells. Yeah, so, well, exactly what I didn't want to happen happened. The opponent passed with all their mana up, and then we drew a third land. So, I think at this point we just play Godless Shrine and pass. Just let them company. They're not going to get a Queller to counter our Sorin off the company. They're just going to get 2 creatures. They also have Rattle Chains out, so they can just play Spirits, since all the Spirits have Flash. Yep, that's what they're doing. Another creature that, yeah, man, these Lingering Soul Spirits are just locking down the fort. So the opponent still could have Collected Company, since they were able to use their mana pretty efficiently that turn to cast these 2 creatures. It's very conceivable that they just, okay, save the Drog Skull. I hope they think that there's a race, that they're in a race situation, because there's the illusion of that possibility. No. Alright, so the difficult spot here now is that they have a Selfless Spirit, so they could just block all our guys and sack the Spirit. So we would essentially lose all our creatures. We would gain life, but I don't like the idea of not getting any creatures through. Man, that Selfless Spirit, that's a good one, that's for sure. And we'll start with this guy. Steal, Glittering Wish. I don't know what they can Glittering Wish for. Dromoka's Command. I guess they could cast 1 steal and then another steal the next turn. So that's fine. We'll just take the Glittering Wish. So we could attack with like some creatures. We could go attack with like Gravecrawler and like a Spirit token. So then we gain 6 life. I guess the opponent would be like, yeah, they would have to sack their Selfless Spirit. I think that's our best plan at this point. Just make a not all-in attack to like lose all our guys, but just basically trade 2 cards that aren't super important just to gain a little bit of life and kill that Selfless Spirit. And we have blockers back. So like the Drogskull Captain's probably not going to come in. These guys are still going to get eaten by this guy. So it's probably just going to be Steal the Godhead on the Spell Queller and attack Sorin for 5. That's probably what the opponent's going to do on their turn. So they could just take 5 here. And looks like they're okay with making this trade. Which I guess that's okay. Trade our 1/1 Spirit for their 3/2 Rattle Chains. Deal. And then Steal on the Queller. Yep. So they could have done the Drogskull Captain too, which might have been the better play. They go up to 16. We need to draw something now. Another Sorin, that works. They still have that Spell Queller though. We definitely want to play it. Their creatures are 2 toughness. Okay, I think I have a plan. We're going to activate Mutavault. We're going to activate Sorin. And then we're going to attack. We really have to kill that Selfless Spirit. Attack like this. We're basically trading 3 creatures for their Selfless Spirit. Oh no, they're not blocking at all. Just take 8. Alright. Still got our Spirit back to block. They can now Steal the Godhead, the Drogskull Captain. We're at 29 and they're at 8. They're about to gain a bunch more life. So they're going to kill Sorin and attack us for 4. So we're going to go to 25, and they're going to go to 17. We're going to draw 2 off the Blood Scrivener though. That's basically the one shining point in our board at this point. Blood Scrivener is our best card right now. Ooh, I like that. So we can get 3 zombies and can't kill the Queller because of the Drogskull Captain. We can kill the Drogskull Captain since it gives a -1/-1, or we can kill a Selfless Spirit. I think I like killing the Drogskull Captain. And attacking with this guy. And only this guy. Oh, maybe if I attacked with a Spirit that would have been good. Because then they would just block with one of their spirits. Whatever. 5, 6, 7. So the guy gets -6, -6. Then I play Godless Shrine. No. Alright, so that was a good draw. Dark Salvation. It means now if they attack, they can only drain for 5, so it'd be 20 to 19. And we have more creatures than the opponent. Alright, well, get it right back. Oh, we couldn't have done the Selfless Spirit anyway, because it's a spirit, it has hexproof. So we killed the only creature we could have killed. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 potential attackers. 9, that's like 16 damage. 8, 10, 12, 14. Declare blockers. Wow, I'd happily make this trade, right? Whew, hello. So we can start by killing this guy, and then we can kill this guy. Just kill the opponent. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. No, we can't kill the opponent. Start killing this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. And then we'll attack with everyone. Not going to attack with these two, because you have Mutavault. Kill this guy for 1 black mana. Sorcery speed. Your creature gets -9, -9. And I get nothing back. Yeah, so Dark Salvation, that is a magic card. Blood Scrivener, also doing some very valuable work. And we have 10 attackers, all of which are 2 power. Next turn, so that's 20. They could block 3 of it, 6 of it. Go to 14. I guess they need a Collected Company. I think we go for it here, because even if they have something to prevent us from killing them, like a Collected Company, they're going to go so low on life with this attack that they're just going to be dead next turn. Yep. Yep. That is not going to be enough. Still take exactly 12. Good thing I attacked with everyone. This was a good match, man. Dark Salvation. Whew. That's a modern Modern Magic card. This deck looks sweet when you just empty your hand with the Blood Scrivener out and draw Dark Salvations with 7 lands. I'll be honest, I didn't think we were going to win when they double steal the Godhead going, but I guess the deck pulled through. Opponent's really going deep into the tank about this lethal attack with no way to block. It's like, this guy will block here. Yeah, alright, this is my perfect block. I'll go to exactly 0. Okay. You guys are indestructible. Good job. Good game.